Hello everybody, I officially made it through my first week in Bali. I am currently in the location I'll show you in next week's video, which is my aerials retreat. So I'll show you guys that in next week's video, but for now I have to go back and tell you everything that happened while I wasn't filming. My trip started out pretty rough. I accidentally booked my flight to LA for the wrong day, so I ended up arriving a day before my flight to Bali. It wasn't a big deal. It's more funny than anything. I just got a hotel and everything was fine. And then I just went out the next day, which actually I think helps with jet lag because, you know, when you're traveling slower and you have less things all in a row, then it tends to be a little bit easier. So I got to China and it was just a long layover, 14-hour flight. I was very tired, and then the flight from China to Bali was 5 hours, and I was just so tired at that point. I slept through most of the entire flight. Honestly, it was really hard. I was going to capture most of this trip, like from airport to everything, but I was just so exhausted and I was having like huge emotional reactions to everything, so most of it would have been me crying, saying how tired and horrible I felt, which would be giving the situation more energy than I wanted to give it. So I arrived at my hostel and it was great. I spent 4 days at the Hideout hostel and I met so many great people. I met people right away on my very first night. So my first day I had a whole group of friends to hang out with, and I didn't expect it to happen so quickly. That's just the thing about Bali that I've noticed, is that people are just so nice and people are so open and ready to make friends. And it's just, I've had no trouble making friends. I've met so many cool people. So anyway, I hung out at the hostel, I walked around Canggu, I rented a scooter and learned to ride a scooter, which I then took to my new favorite breakfast place in Bali, which I will definitely be going to when I go back there, called Life's Crate, and drinking my coconuts because they're so yummy. Bali is really pretty, beautiful scenic drive, lots of rice fields, going everywhere is super nice. The one thing was that my hostel was kind of out of the way, but that actually did a lot for me because it forced me to learn how to ride a scooter, which is really helpful because I will need to know how to drive one of those while I'm here, and that kind of just forced me out of my comfort zone right off the bat. So this video is super short, but next week's video will be longer and it'll be all about my time on a different Indonesian island. So if you're curious to know what island that is, tune in next week. Like and subscribe and comment something that you want to see from Bali.